I just wanted to take a moment and talk about my newest Tallow Cream Foundation that I created. I absolutely love this product. I know that I'm biased because I make it, but I wanted to talk about the why behind it and essentially, why I created it in the first place. Before we dive in, I am in the shade light medium neutral. That's what I have on right now. So you can see that. The lighting in here is a bit wonky and it's not true to color, but that is a light medium neutral. So the why behind the tallow. When I created this foundation, the biggest priority for me is that it'd be easy to use, meaning that you don't need special tools, you don't need a PhD to figure out how to apply it. Anyone can use it, someone who's a beginner, someone who's experienced with makeup, and have good results. I wanted it to work with all skin types. So if you're oily, if you're a combo, if you have dry skin, youthful, aging, whatever that is for you, I wanted it to be a product that everyone can use, and that's hard to achieve. Certainly high performing. By that, I mean that there's longevity, that you can see that it has some blurring capabilities, that it's doing what you need it to do. And lastly, but certainly not least, that it's lightweight. I want it to feel light and breathable on your skin so that it doesn't look cakey or congested. And I know tallow is an ingredient that's quite polarizing now in skincare, but I've had great experiences with it. I'd say about like 6, 7 months ago, I broke out into some kind of this, I don't know what it was, but it looked like a rash almost. And I wasn't using retinol or any actives. It just kind of happened, even though I've been using the same routine for a while. And of course, I used my aloe, I used my cactus gel moisturizer, and none of my go-tos were working. It was actually making it feel more agitated. And I'm like, man, I need to put something on my face that's going to really help. And as a last resort, I went ahead and I put some tallow. And lo and behold, it was the only thing that I put on my skin that actually made it feel relieved. Now, tallow, like a lot of oils, are not necessarily moisturizing. That's not what they do. The tallow creates that barrier on the skin and allows your natural oils and moisture to kind of, I don't want to say accumulate, but just build up. It creates that barrier. So it's allowing your skin to heal naturally on its own. And that's what happened with me. Using it that evening, I felt huge relief. And within a week, all of the symptoms I was seeing and experiencing went away. So that told me that there's something to tallow, and it's something our ancestors have been using for such a long time. I figured if I could introduce that into cosmetics in a way that people could see the impact, how good it is for them, removing that stigma of it being greasy, pore clogging, those things can be true. It really depends on the quality of tallow that you're using, and it also depends on how much you're applying. But that goes for anything. Like, I love prickly pear oil. I usually prep my skin with this first, and then I go in with the tallow. Prickly pear oil is like jojoba, but I think it has a more silicone-y feel, and it just creates this beautiful slip. If I put too much of this on my face and slather it on, then yeah, I'm probably gonna wake up in the morning with a zit or something. Like, that can be said about anything. So it's about using a product in the way that was intended, and more importantly, how it works best on your skin. So with all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a clip of me applying this. I'll have some cuts just because, I don't record myself usually on camera, so I feel quite awkward, admittedly. But I want to show you how it applies and essentially how I got this very basic everyday look. This is my everyday, this is my go-to. So let me know what you guys think.
Now I start with some of the prickly pear oil and just blend that into the skin a bit and use that as my base.
Now, use whatever you're comfortable with. I like to go in using my fingers, use my hands to get it on, and then I smooth it out a bit with a sponge. If you want to go in with a brush because you have success with a brush, go ahead and do that. If you don't have a sponge, just go ahead and you can use your fingers. whatever works for you. Now, I guess depending on what you consider to be full coverage versus light versus medium, this is medium high, in my opinion. You can put it on where it's medium, you're still going to see freckles and slight imperfections if you put a light layer on, but it's buildable to a point where it is, I guess, considered high or a full coverage. I don't feel like it's overly full. I feel like you're still going to see your skin. So let me just go ahead really quickly and apply this, and then we can keep talking because girlfriend cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm so sorry.
Here I'm just building it up little by little, going into the pan and just building out coverage in the areas I need it most. I do have deep under eye hollows, so I do add a little bit of concealer there.
To my finger, I'm just gonna go here under the eye. This is what I would consider like super high coverage, very high coverage, more so than the foundation. I'm just gonna go and blend some of it in. Now, I don't have a face powder right now that I'm super in love with. And I'm trying to give my hard-earned coin to Christian brands, etc. So if you know of a setting powder that works well, it's not on my radar to create a setting powder anytime soon. I just have so much other things on my plate from a priority perspective. So
I will have contour and bronzer sticks on the site soon. I grabbed a contour stick. Clearly this is a shade too light for me, but we're just going to go ahead and roll with it. For the rest of the makeup look, I'm going to fast track it just to get through this video, otherwise it'll be a half-hour long. But for the eyes, I tend to do more neutrals, browns for my day-to-day. Throw on some bronzer just so I don't look so pale, especially in this lighting. Get my lip on. I always do a lip liner without fail. This is a matte, I guess, chapstick, if you will. It's not a chapstick brand. Here is the Tallow blush. I am using Dusty Mauve, I believe. I'll put it in the caption below once I grab the product. But essentially what I do is I start light and build it out from there versus putting it on too harsh at the onset. Because once you have too much, it's kind of hard to take it out after the fact. So I build it up. And I admit I probably do have a little bit of blush blindness. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more because why not? More is more. Now, I do something really odd with my lashes. I don't know if you guys do this, but of course I'm going to curl them first. This is my OG Revlon curler. She's quite ghetto. But I curl them up. I go ahead and put on mascara, top and bottom. After the mascara dries, I go in and I curl it a second time with the mascara on. This is going to give you va-va-voom lashes. And if you're daring like me, after you curl it a second time, you're going to go ahead and put on another layer. Just make sure it's good mascara, otherwise you're going to look like Tammy Faye Baker. May she rest in peace. After I curl it a second time, if they look a little crazy with my finger, I just go ahead and spread it apart a little bit just to make sure it's good. And I'm happy with that. But of course, because I'm me, I'm going to go ahead and put on some extra mascara. I promise it looks good. Give it a try if you haven't. It's better than wearing falsies. And of course, I'm adding a little bit more blush because why the heck not? Like I said, blush blindness, but this formula blends in so seamlessly. It's just user-friendly. It's gonna work with you. The other blush that I have is very potent, so a little goes a long way. This one allows you to build up. And some on my nose, just to give it some color.
Thank you so much. for stopping by, watching this video if you've made it this far. I hope that you're happy, that you're healthy, and if you find that you're not, I pray that you have the courage to start over. Thank you.